Good day, good people, another fine day in the year of the vibrant Toon Link Dave Bravo Dave Anomaly. The Anomaly Cars, you know me as the man who is ready for the first rebellion of the year. And we have a tradition for the end of year rebellions. I talked to the general managers Navia and Maskoto, and they said we want to start something similar for the start of the year. The end of the year, we celebrate all of our champions and what it took to get them to that place. However, in the beginning of the year, they want to kind of highlight newer competitors that could make a splash here in the AWE. So we will have, for our first time ever, a newcomer Gauntlet. We'll feature a couple of OCs that have made their mark at the end of the year. A couple new signings, some signings from the Rumble that have official AWE contracts now. It's going to be a good time, and I hope you guys are ready for it. For now, though, we got other things to talk about too. First of all, that's not everything. that match is going to be going on, and it's going to be fantastic. But I will say, we also had this happen right before the show. If I take you to it, Abigail, who was actually, primed and proper to be in probably a high-profile position at OC Revolution, went on a little bit of a tirade backstage. As you can see here, she really tore the place apart. She started popping off, mouthing off, and I don't know how much of it is true, to be honest. I can't say I know how much of it is true, but how she feels, we are trying to do a better job of kind of saying, hey, we understand why this is happening, and we understand how you're feeling. So we're gonna have her talk to people rather than just, immediately punish her. She still will be at OC Revolution, maybe not in the same capacity that she once may have been. I know the general managers were talking about, hey, chance for conquest, you get in there, you show your stuff. After what happened here, I'm not sure if they want that sort of presence on their shows at any time, any moment that she decides. May have missed out on that, but hey, still might be in the Royal Crown tournaments for the OCs, etc., but hopefully Abigail can find some peace, or maybe not. Maybe it'll just be anarchy. We will see. We have a strong show to kick off our show. We got tag team action with two teams that have kind of formed out of allyship, competing together for the first time tonight. I'm talking about Cherry and Mona, and I'm talking about this NWO Neo World Order kind of thing that they're calling themselves the Black Sheep. We have Golden in action against Pi, Skeletor, and Majima. Hey, you gotta imagine if somebody pins Golden in this matchup. Standard Fatal 4-Way, we'll see how it all plays out. Mew and Mondo, and we'll talk more about them specifically when that match begins, are going one-on-one tonight, and we're kicking off our show for not the first time in singles action for one of them, but a first time in singles action for the other one. It is On versus that other guy, the winner of the men's rumble. Let's not talk about him right now. Let's talk about On as we kick off our show and as the stars go black. And in our first Rebellion match of 2026 in the year of the Vibrant, making her grand return this December in the Rumble match, and it has a guaranteed spot at AV Mania 5, the Big V. And the Big V I think can be interpreted many different ways, but V5, AV Mania, that's probably how it'll be stylized. I'm gonna be careful with that though. To make sure we don't get demonetized somehow, because there's a lot of things that Big V can stand for, and I'm gonna make sure it don't stand for anything unkosher. Speaking of On, a lot of people have clamored for the return of On. A lot of times she's been like, maybe not, but ever since things have seemed to have settled down in the... I needed a drink. This thing is gonna drive me to drinking. I'm gonna tell you what. To say that I don't like him is maybe an understatement. Maybe understatement of the year, but I'll keep it a buck with you. I do not enjoy this man. Do I hate Mr. Tenna? Maybe I do. Maybe perhaps that might be the truth. But I digress. He is unfortunately here tonight, and he is your Rumble winner, and he also will be getting a champion of his choosing at AV Mania 5. Really excited for On, and then there's this TV head. If you had told me, or rather, if you told specifically Wednesday, if he started at AV Mania and you told him that the TV heads would be Mania bound in a World Championship match one-on-one at AV Mania 5, he would have stopped it at AV Mania 4 and said, okay, I think we've had a good run, let's just end this. But here we are, Clyde. Call this thing. So here's the thing, Mr. Tenna, he is a little bit of a beast. He is a little bit of a beast from the Deltarune universe, an old, decrepit TV. I mean, when's the last time you actually sat down and watched it? Like, legitimately an old school, liquid crystal display television. I'll tell you when. Maybe you went to, like, your grandma's house a long time ago, you saw one. This thing is defunct. You know that defunct TV channel? That's what he is. He is the epitome of that. Something you don't ever see anymore. On hopefully can take him down tonight as these Rumble competitors are at it. On stands right back up, and now they're grappling. Now, the size and strength difference is something to take note. Mr. TV, Mr. Ant Tenna, as we call him colloquially, he is a specimen, to say the least. He is a massive behemoth, and he can still move with the best of them. On, however, she's quick, she's fast, she's got quick kicks, she's flexible, and all of those things kind of counter this massive entity that is Mr. Tenna, TV Time himself. But that power game is hard to counter. But as I said earlier, the flexibility and the speed able to throw herself over Mr. Tenna, dodging whatever suplex style move he was going for. However, that also is one of On's. What are you doing here? What? Just out of nowhere, a coast to coast. For 1, 2, On kicks out. I was going to say specifically, On is, she knows what she can do. She can really, make some magic happen here, in the AWE. She's competed before. Oh, shot right to the throat. But tonight, she's up against Mr. Tenna. And that's the thing about Mr. Tenna. He's only really competed once, came out late in the Rumble, so we don't actually have a full grasp of what he can do in the ring. On kicks out at 1. On rolls out, steps back in. Mr. Tenna goes over the top rope. On tries to kick him down, but Mr. Tenna just too big and too powerful. Shot to the back. On, oh, wait a minute. What is going on here? Oh my gosh, so, hold on. On showing a little bit of power herself. A Phantom Thief from the Persona universe as well. Same as Joker, Futaba. We've got, I think, all of the Phantom Thieves, for the most part, have competed here in the AWE at some point or another. On one of the least consistent to perform. Climbing back up, walking through. Gets turned around. But look at this, returning fire. On off the ropes. DDT plants Mr. Tenna. I do also have to make note. After, and we might talk about this a little bit later, or, you know, after that DDT, I think it's almost prone to talk into it. Talk about it right now. If you saw this past Friday, Ibuki, the master of that kind of DDT, a rockstar DDT, some sort of tornado DDT, no one hits it better than she can. She suffered a great fall, and let me not talk about like a great fall, like, oh my gosh, she had an incident. It was a calculated move via a photographer and March 7th or Evernight, however you want to talk about it. Goodness gracious, strike by Mr. Tenna. And a bulldog off the ropes. As I was saying, she suffered a pile driver from the apron to the outside in one of the gnarliest things we have seen in the AWE. We've talked to, I've talked to the general managers. We have also unfortunately had to talk to the IRC, our auditor in Shingo Lamingo, who is not here tonight, also dealing with a little bit of a back pain herself after her impromptu match. We have banned that move. Pile drivers generally can still be considered pretty safe. Mr. Tenna also reversing the signature there, but that pile driver specifically from the apron to the outside of the ring is a banned. It is officially a banned move here in the AWE. Cannot be used in regular action. Ibuki is not exactly cleared to compete, but she should be cleared by Valentine's Violence. She is currently in a neck brace. She's lucky she didn't break her neck. She is so lucky she didn't break her neck. But I digress. Mr. Tenna going up to the top rope. And a big splash doesn't land. On reverses the signature and hits a knee right to the TV, trying to crack that screen. And boy, howdy do I hope she does, as she continues kicking the butt of Mr. Tenna. Tenna rolls to the outside. Playing around those steel steps. Not what you want to do when you're a man with a glass screen. We've seen, we've seen mass shatter. I'm sure we'll see a TV screen shatter sooner or later, hopefully tonight. If, reversing the, not a finisher, but a big punch by Mr. Tenna, sending him into, almost into the stairs. He was able to step right out of the way, but still falls over. Looks like he tripped over that bottom stair. Set up one more time. Once again, both of these competitors will go one-on-one against a world champion of their choosing, be it the AWE champion. Oh, moonsault, picture perfect. Kind of rotating in midair to make sure she lands flush on the back of Mr. Tenna. And look at this. Oh my gosh. Ooh, right onto the screen, baby. But here's the thing, he's so tall. I was hoping that wasn't a rope break, but it looks like he's fine. 1-2. Resiliency was not burned, but I do need to point out, On stands back up. She does have two finishers, and look at this straight jacket neck breaker. Lands flush, but no pinfall. Has to pull him out of the way of the ropes because, once again, that is a major benefit to being so big, so tall. You're almost always in the ropes, and resiliency is burned. On is kicking that TV head's head in. Good, great, fantastic, exactly what we all wanted to see. And she's going for it a second time in a row. Straight jacket, neck breaker, trying to disconnect that TV. Ladies and gentlemen, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off tonight as it's all. I was gonna say, he's still got some fight in him. And that's what you have to see. That's what you gotta pay attention to, because we don't know how much fight Mr. Tenna has in him. He is an old, defunct TV for one, for two, and still has fight. When you come in at, what, number 28, I believe, is when Tenna won this thing, you have no idea how resilient these competitors are coming in at number 28, trying to go off the ropes again. On and again, as I was saying, too fast for Mr. Tenna, able to roll through out of that move, very impressive, and now flips on over into a cheeky pinfall. 1-2, used all of his weight. On could barely get the shoulder up. On trying to combo, Mr. Tenna back in control, and oh my gosh, turned her lights out. 1, 2, and On this time kicking out without resiliency. My gosh! Moonsault by the massive Mr. Tenna, stomping on the back of On, and I want to point out he's now got a signature worked up, but On rolls to the outside. He may have just turned this entire thing around for the TV heads all over the world watching in astonishment. On sent back into the ring as Mr. Tenna's high up in the sky, telling On to get up. I have no idea what he is playing. When I tell you I don't know much about Mr. Tenna at all. Oh, but just narrowly caught On the way down. Just narrowly, just barely. And On sent his face, his TV screen, right into the turnbuckle with that drop toe hold. sends him face first, or I guess screen first, TV head first, into the turnbuckle again. Trying to really turn that TV off. Thank goodness, please do. Pops him up. Drops him on the ropes. And at this point, oh, you just gotta go for a pin. I'm telling you, girl. You can just get him real quick. Moonsault right afterwards. Come on, go for that pin. Go for that pin. He can't have too much fight left in him. This is an old decrepit TV. Come on. You got this. Hit him with that straight jacket. Whoo! Ducked out of the way of that. Come on. Lift him up. Turn around. Grab his arms. And send him back down. Straight jacket. Neck breaker. Hardly an inconvenience as Mr. Tenna is put away tonight by On. Oh yeah, man. The Takamaki fans are going crazy as On makes a strong return, and Mr. Tenna fails like he always should, and just like he will at AV Mania 5, baby. Was I ever worried? Maybe a little bit when she got kicked right in the head by that massive foot of Mr. Tenna. I do have to admit, that kind of strike, it's strong enough because he's not really a human. Those legs, they are tough, they're strong, but On never stopped fighting. That straight jacket neck breaker, I'm not sure what she calls it, but Panther took this man's down. For humanity. Ugh! That's still hard to watch. But what's easy to watch is Mr. Tenna taking that L. Hey, you might be able to spell TV time without L, but you got to put an L in there somewhere because he's gonna keep picking up some. Let me tell you, let me talk to you. Tenna's down. 1, 2, 3. And that woman made a strong return. Call it a re-debut because she is going to be the face going all the way until AV Mania 5. And now both champions probably looking at her. It's probably hard for Ibuki to look at her. She's got to turn her whole body right now with a neck brace on. But hey, there's a world if Iba has the run of a lifetime. We could see Iba versus On at AV Mania 5. We could potentially, I suppose, see Ibuki. She would be certainly cleared by that point unless she still has problems with March 7th. I'll keep it a buck with you. She might. But tonight, it's not about, hey, AV Mania. It's about, I'm back. And I'm here to show you guys what I've got and show off she did. Stars? But we gotta proceed. As we can talk about these two, Mr. Mondo Owada, Miss Miu Iruma. Now, after learning about Miku's ability to essentially give people, or I guess unseal their powers, other people have gone to Miku, like Joker has gone there, Kave has gone there, but there are people who have not. Specifically, so let's talk about them and their reasonings for it as the stars go. Play. So first things first, Miu Iruma has says that she's felt such a disconnect from her former self. She says that essentially she knows she can still go in the ring, but that ultimate talent, it made her a person that she did not like. It made her a person that she was not proud of, and she doesn't know if she wants that person back. It's almost like this Miu is okay, yeah, I was gonna say a little bit more frail, but just literally tripping into the ring, I think that might be, you know, that might be it. And I don't know if it's even less confidence. I think she may just be like, need to find the confidence in herself, and maybe she'll find that, but she's going up against, and it's weird that it's actually 2 members of the extended entourage that decided not to go back to having their ultimates. Mondo said he would be happy to have his powers unsealed, but at this point he feels like he does not deserve it. He says he has to earn it. He says one day he might go back to Miku to awaken that fury, that road rage inside of him. But he says he's yet to earn it. And tonight he goes one-on-one with Mew. One who says he'd love it back, but he needs to earn it. One who said she doesn't want to go back to the way that she was. Interesting developments for both of them. Tonight, let's see how it plays off for them. Mondo, Mew, I think for the first time ever, one-on-one. Entourage versus Entourage. Friendly sparring, hopefully to sharpen each other's blades. And we'll see how it all plays out. Tonight, victims of a Mon clash. And Mondo starts off hot. Now here's the thing, Mondo has been in kind of the worst dry streak potentially of his entire career. Or at the very least, he had such a strong 2025 to end it with such abysmal loss after loss. But now, he's going toe-to-toe with Mew. Mew has never really had that golden moment herself. She's had spots, she's had moments, but she's never held gold. You know what I mean? And that's what it takes a lot of times in the AW. You can have your moments, you can have your feuds, and no one can ever forget like the LA Knight Mew feud that led to the fantastic ambulance match over at Brawloween 2024. But hold on a little, like look at that, she still has a little bit of that confidence left. That Mew confidence, I believe, is still there without that Mew attitude. And I think that's what she's feeling. And she definitely is, she's got so, yeah, I was going to say, you can take the talent out of the Mew, but you can't take the Mew out of the Mew. There's still a little bit of Mew left in there. And I think we all saw it just then and there as Mondo is looking to, bam, big knee striker. Looking to try and turn this thing in his favor. He knows, hey, if I can put away Mew, somebody who people generally say is a pretty decent superstar, but right now, and the other thing is, I know Mew came out wearing glasses. I'm not sure if she is like a real glasses wearer. I don't know if she always had contacts on, or if, and I could see that low-key. Okay, Mew, she might need those glasses. I was gonna say, because she's missed a lot of moves in this match, I'm starting to notice. And Mondo's starting to take advantage, and that's something I have not said in a long time outside of, like, him fighting Kanji. Oh, man, Mondo's raging up. You gotta imagine Mondo, at the end of the day, wants to get his hands on Wario. A man who's taken his jacket, has taken his bicycle, and hey, if he can beat him, maybe he can get there. But you gotta imagine Mondo's thinking, I don't know if I can beat him as I am right now. I don't know where he was going there. I think Clyde might have gotten a little bit in the way, but I'll tell you what, he's not having a good time there. Mew finally doing some damage to Mondo. Mondo's got the signature built up. I'm not sure if Mew's going to be able to do anything, but if she's able to get a combination of moves here, and it looks like she's stringing together something, running at Mondo in the corner, big hip check, right to the, okay. As I said, you can take the talent away from the Mew, but there's still a little bit of Mew left in there. There's still a little bit of Mew still in there. I'll tell you what. Crazy work from Mew. Mondo gets planted down, and I want to point out that she's kind of almost even this thing up in terms of damage, and the fact is she almost has a signature as well. That strike just destroying Mondo on the outside. But Mondo rolls out of the way, knee strike doesn't land on a drop kick. It looked like 1 foot just hit the entirety of Mew's chest. Loki almost caved it in. Tossed her over to the outside. We're at count of 3, and Mondo getting back in immediately. No, there's been a lot of countouts recently. Notably, and I was going to say in tag team action, but we had 2 in singles action on Friday. Now Mondo, ooh, a shot to the back of Mew. The Mew firing right back. Had to use some of that signature bar earlier. But if she's able to come back from this without using that signature, it's going to prove dividends that she's still got something, that she's still got some sauce left in the tank. Off the ropes. Oh, I don't know how she connected with that. Because I was about to say, oh, she really needs some glasses, but somehow, some way, Her understanding of the laws of gravity and physics must be way better than mine, as these two are now trading blows. Kazuichi probably watching onward backstage, saying these two I consider family shots, that nobody's sacrificing a blow. Nobody's countering anything. It's just heavy shot after heavy shot. But Mew is the first one to catch a shot there, says, come on, come at me again. And she goaded him in a second time. She said, come on, third time's the charm, get me again. No, instead, look at this, left and rights on those legs. Knocking Mondo down, and suddenly, it's all Mew. Oh, but she took too long to celebrate. Mondo already back up to his feet, but look at this, Mew able to reverse it, goes after the knee of the big man. Turn around, and Mew, oh man, crawling on top of Mondo, and a headbutt after a headbutt to the former Ultimate Bike Gang leader dude man. Ah yeah, one, but still just one. And you can see the shock on Mew's face saying, okay, apparently I need to do a lot more than that. Dropkick doesn't land. Mew thinks she needs to take the advantage, but will she be able to is the real question. Pele kick on the dome. And that is one. That could be two. Resiliency it is. For most of this match, it was all Mondo, but Mew crept her way back into the good graces of the professional wrestling gods with that one, as Mondo tries for a sneaky roll-up, saying, hey, you've taken a lot of damage too. Come on, don't kick out here. One. That's the difference. Mondo's been unable to hit a signature or a finisher on Mew. Mew, however, is now starting to light him up. Rolled over now onto, wait a minute, hold on a second. What is she thinking here? Oh, she's gonna drag him back in? No, she's gonna send him down throat first onto those ropes. Might get rope burn, rather, might crush his trachea low-key. As Mew, once again, she might need some glasses, but she's still going for it. And Mondo reverses into a scoop slam and outside the ring. Hits that signature. And now Mew is in trouble. We know Mondo's got that quick clothesline. He might clean your clock in the blink of an eye. He's staring down at Mew saying, come on, get back in here. My arm's ready. No, he goes back to meet her there. And tosses her down. Oh my gosh, that wasn't even a flush landing. She landed like on like her side, dude. That's what you want to avoid. If you're taking a bump like that, you want to take a clean bump. That was anything but a clean bump. Oh, but we've seen this before. Butterfly effect. And on the outside, Mondo may be a victim of a countout tonight as she taunts him. She says, hey, and you stayed down. Count of 4. Almost at 5. Mondo's about to make his way back in, but I'm going to tell you what, Mew has got to be thinking, if I can get one big move here. Oh, but look at that. Mondo, again, Mew doesn't have resiliency this time. 1, 2, kick out. Here's the thing, she still doesn't have resiliency. If Mondo's able to clean that clock real quick, he could. He didn't go for it. Shockingly, he didn't go for it. If he had gone for it right there, because he's not looking for the clothesline, he's looking to make an exclamation point and find his way back. No resiliency. Mew is not over, not down yet. And I'll tell you what, this might be the best Mew we've seen in a long time. This may actually, but look at who's using the ropes. 1, 2, and it burns Mew's resiliency. Mondo looking very good to cheat on that. She reversed it, ducked under that, cleaned the clock, into the ropes, and she may be looking to end this thing. Pele lands! Right between the eyes, and what has turned into a banger of a match for 1, 2, comes to a, oh, no, it does not. We talked about Mondo trying to find that fire, and he may have found it against somebody he has come to respect in Iruma, and steps out of the way. Mondo still has that finisher. It could be the end of this matchup. Mew is down. She's not out, but she might be now as her clock gets clean, and that is 1, 2, and an excellent show. They might have made the right decision. If you gave me a Mondo Owada, Ultimate Mondo Owada versus Ultimate Mew, I don't think we would have had a match this fire. But right now, they are doing everything they can to prove themselves as normal human beings and not ultimate level students. And it is showing. Popped and dropped. Man, oh man, Mew is hurting as Mondo goes back up to the middle rope this time. Doesn't have a signature. If this lands, though, it still could be the end of the match. It is a very big, muscular Mondo, and now he's got the signature. Climbs up to the top rope. Mew's still down. It could be all she wrote. Rolls out of the way. Mew now has a signature. Kicks Mondo. Will he reverse it, or will it be butterfly effect into the pin? What a showcase. 1, 2, is it over? Again? Alright, y'all, I don't know what it is. What it is, I don't know. Everyone's trying to have a vibrant new year. Rocked him, hits him, pull, roll through with the Pele. 1, 2. I had to stop myself because I was like, it could not be 3. Y'all, I don't know what is in the sauce tonight. This night and then Friday night, I don't know what is in the sauce. Nothing has changed. But for some reason, whenever we're getting like singles matches that just go like, oh yeah, no. I think it's time that we cook. And this, I think it was more so because they're both trying to prove themselves. And not prove to themselves to everyone else. Prove themselves to themselves. Prove themselves to themselves that they are still worth it in this wrestling division, that they can still go, that they can still do their things even without their ultimate talents. And tonight, Mew, and I'm telling you what, Mondo proved it too. Mew was simply better tonight, but that is the best Mondo that we've seen throughout the entirety of December. That was an even better Mondo than we saw when he actually won against Kanji. This was the best Mondo Owada, I dare to say, that we've seen this and last year. Even in loss. Man, oh man. Hey, they gonna write something about this match. Mew Iruma, you have your enemies, and you have people that are not gonna believe in this change that you are claiming that you're gonna have. But, and I don't even know if she's claiming that she's having a change. She's just claiming that she doesn't want to be a Mew Iruma, gorgeous girl genius. She wants to be a Mew Iruma, the girl who kicks some butt, and boy howdy did she do it tonight. Give me the stars. That was kind of an unexpected banger. Like, they went wild, dude. They went crazy, dude. Anywho, it's Fatal 4-Way time. Actually, what time is it? It's Fatal 4-Way time. In Fatal 4-Way time, it is. Are you ready? I hope you are, because if you're not, you better get ready. Stars have gone black, and tonight, we start with your AWE All-Star Champion. This is not a championship contenders match. It is just a match consisting of some of the people who might be on their way to the top of this division. People that we know can put on a little bit of a banger when the time calls for it. And Golden wants to participate in matches with those people. He wants to bring out not just the best in everyone in this division, but, as we said earlier, bring out the best in yourself. That seems to be a trend for a lot of competitors this year. As they say, steel sharpens steel. Tonight, Gold is looking to sharpen everything else. Golden, your all-star champion. Was able to successfully retain that belt at the fight before Christmas against Tartaros. Did not have the showing that he really wanted when it came down to the end-of-year battle. skins to the top of the mountain. And I'll tell you what, he got a sneaky pinfall on Golden, and that's what, hey, I think Golden came to realize, hey, that could be how my title reign ends. And he's got to be ready for something like that. As we said, steel sharpens steel. Golden has likely learned from that moment. Will something like that happen again tonight? Is the real question. It's a fatal 4-way match. He's got to watch all the pins. He's lost his championship in a match similar to that, his OC championship. I believe it might have been a fatal 5-way match. One pinfall wins it all. He wasn't even pinned in that championship match. However, he is up tonight against a man who, I'll tell you what, kind of hates his guts. In his mind, that title is Mondo's, and it still should be Mondo's, even if he has to go out of his way to get it back for Mondo. He is one half of your breakout male superstars of the year. The most polarizing entity in all of the AWE. Pi enters this fatal 4-way match. And what has already been a kick-butt rebellion, not for nothing. Pi, the best of luck to you. Had a great showing and actually won against you and Cassie's Brian in a triple threat elimination match this past Friday. Was worried about more injuries, but it seems like he's still fine. That being said, fatal 4-way matches with no eliminations can get a little bit heavy. If it was with eliminations, it would be even heavier and he would be even more unlucky. But tonight, he's saying, hey, I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to pin Golden again, and then I'm going to say, give me a title shot. But they are up against a very game Skeletor. Look at that man's a powerhouse, an entity unlike any other. Hey, that is a face and a body that screams all-star. Will he be an all-star champion? That I don't know. That I have no idea. But tonight he looks to make a step forward. And look, in a match like this, winning is something. Hey, you could say you got yourself a win against the champion. But pinning the champion is something completely different. And I want to say pinning or submitting the champion. We know Golden, I wouldn't say very weak to submissions, but submissions have been known to be a little bit of his kryptonite. We have seen him tap out before, and that's the first time he ever lost. Well, didn't tap out, passed out. To Splendid at OC Revolution, I believe, last year in November, if that's correct, give or take. And by last year, I mean 2024, not 2025. I'm still in 2025 for that, like, first week of the year. Anywho, representing the Yakuza, in comes Majima. And here's the thing, Majima has won himself battles to get into championship matches before, but really it's been tag team championship matches. This time, he only has to worry about himself. He is a man who only has to worry about himself tonight. And that might be the greatest relief of his entire career in the AWE so far. He knows he can get the job done. He's got a baseball bat in his hands, and it might be connecting with the skulls of Skeletor, Pi, or Golden in this fatal 4-way match. Who will come out on top? All eyes, once again, are on the champion. Golden might try and avoid pinfall, but that's not the kind of person Golden is. He's not going to try and avoid a loss. He's going to try to win. And let me tell you, Pi knows that. Skeletor knows that, and Majima knows that. We'll see how that plays into their strategies going into this match. I'm excited to see these four compete. Some of these four, I don't think have ever fought each other in any match before. Let's see if it all plays out, or how it all plays out tonight. Majima, Skeletor, Pi, and of course the All-Star Champion Golden. Fatal 4-way match, and it begins. Majima going after Pi, Golden going right after Skeletor. And look at this, turned around and sent down. Oh my gosh, and then Skeletor also sent down by Golden. Knee strike lands. You got to be aware of those knees of Golden. Those knees have put out competitor after competitor. He can strike Gold in a moment's notice, and I believe that's even the move that won him the championship against Amon 2 minutes and 49 seconds after Amon had won that championship. I'm surprised that landed. It was like a delayed big boot there by Skeletor. But now Majima stepped off of Pi, and Pi now very quickly going right after Golden, saying, I've beaten you before, let me do it all over again, but misses that moonsault. Pi has been very off on that moonsault as of late. He has been unable to connect time and time again, but still able to pick up a victory this past Friday. And look at this, hold on a minute. Pi honestly might want to consider changing up his style a little bit. In a match that saw Arrow versus Pi, which was a contender, a strong contender as well for match of the year. I believe may have been in third place. Let me talk to you. Pi was not really high flying in that matchup. He was at a ground-based kind of brawling style. And I think that worked out very well for him. Almost walked out as United World Champion. He may want to consider doing that. It also saves his body a lot of damage from those missed moves. But you can't talk Pi out of jumping off of those ropes. He's not just a competitor who's looking to take a win. He's a competitor who's looking to put on a memorable match, be undeniable, and be the most talked about superstar in the AWE. Golden now fending off against Majima. Ooh! With an uppercut, almost rocking Golden out cold. And Pi looking at that and saying, oh, don't worry, I'll finish the job, leg drop. And Golden's now stunned. Hurricane Rana over to Skeletor. Now Majima gets hit with a baseball bat, something that he wanted to do this entire fight, low-key. But now Pi is dealing with, a mad dog. Goodness gracious, like a dragon cutter. Pinfall, everyone is down actually. 1, 2. Kick out, no resiliency. This match could have been over quick. It looked like Majima wanted to use Golden and say, hey, let's work together against Pi, but instead Golden backs off and says, you know what, no. Not working with anybody in this match, because you'll just turn your back on me the second I do. A very cautious champion here tonight, but caution sometimes needs to be thrown to the wind. Especially when the steel steps are, oh my gosh, Majima almost ended Pi. Without even touching him, Pi almost landed right on, oh man, reversal there. Almost landed right onto those stairs. Ooh, but look at this Pi, rolling up Majima. Skeletor trying to run over to break it up, didn't need to. Majima ended up with all over the steel steps. Luckily didn't get slammed on them. Oh, Majima and, Skeletor trying to work together there for a second. Pi saying that's not going to work as he hits that Spanish Pi. Arriba for 1 and just 1. Hold on a minute. Golden sent into the corner by Majima. Pi jumps all the way over the top rope. Super kick. Oh, no. Golden, watch your skull. Watch your neck. Bam! Panama Sunrise. Skeletor breaks it up immediately, and this is where we have to start being concerned for the health and safety of our competitors. We know Pi is at a stage 2 injury, medical term that we use for this person needs to essentially be very cautious. These injuries stack up in this very active, very physical sport. Oh man, drop Pi. Glasses first on the mat, and a knee strike over to Majima as well, but Skeletor was ready for him. Rolls out of the ring, and Majima looking to take advantage on the champion, sends him face first into the turnbuckle. Pushes that foot away. Golden, you know this is a man who prefers a 1v1. Oh my gosh, something we don't often see from Golden off the ropes there. Did not land in Pi. Hitting that Alabama slam. I think Skeletor's head might have bounced against the LED post just barely. Majima going for the pin on Golden. 1, 2. No resiliency. Pi, what the heck are you doing? What the heck are you doing down there? Roll through. Super kick by Golden trying to take out Majima now. But Majima pushing him away. I'm not sure. Oh, I was going to say I don't know what Majima's thinking, but we have seen him fly from time to time, if need be, off the ropes. Went for it, looked like a clothesline. Shades of Pecco not working out in his favor tonight. Ooh, and Skeletor with a big boot to Pi on the outside. Pop up into a Hurricane Rana. Majima saving himself from being stunned, and Pi now getting rocked by Skeletor on the outside. Skeletor has a signature and a finisher. Majima does not have either. Golden has almost both, and now all 4 competitors have spilled to the outside. Clyde saying, if y'all wanna get back in, that would be fantastic. As 2 of them are taunting, essentially right next to each other, and Skeletor big boots the both of them at the same time, which is literally insane. Pi looking at Skeletor and saying, do I really want to get back in the ring with him? Now without a weapon, Skeletor's back is turned, and Skeletor saying, nope, I'm not getting hit with that bat. Instead, I'm taking out the champion. As this match is unglued right now, Pi sent into the ring. Majima sledgehammer in hand, goes again after the champion. Once again, everyone going right after the champ whenever they can. Pi just saying, all right, you all fight outside. I'm going to take a breather in here. Which is wise once again for a man who is a little bit injured. Oh no. Oh, Pi! You got to take those sunglasses off. You can't see too good. Oh, goodness gracious. Skeletor saying, what was that? Pi is still able to reverse. I'm glad he didn't hurt himself doing that, because boy, that was a rough landing. Man's committed. He was like, I know he's still down there. He was not still down there. Kendo stick to the face. Skeletor again trying to, not get into the ring. He's trying to fly just like Pi did. I'm not sure who he's trying to go for. Oh, he tried to go for the both of them. May have hit Pi on the way down from Golden's move, as Golden, the champion, is tossed back into the ring. Majima gets turned around and a shot to the back. Skeletor trying to take everyone out. But once again, remember, this has to end inside the ring. Golden, I think, starting to realize that, taking the steps and taking them somewhere. Still walking. He is walking here, missing with that shot and not able to capitalize. Oh no. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Busted down there. Pi desperately trying to get Majima. Both of them stepping back into the ring. Pi realizing, oh yeah, let me turn him around. It's time for a slice of Pi. And it lands onto who I believe was the freshest opponent. 1, 2, but is broken up by Skeletor. Skeletor now going after Pi. With a neck breaker, Skeletor's got a finisher. No signature anymore. Pi with a reversal. Pi still has a finisher. Tried another slice of Pi, but Golden tripped him up. Pi with a reversal. Skeletor gets out of the ring. Pi rages up. But Skeletor fires back. Pi fires right back as well. And oh no, Golden gets dropped, and then so does Pi. Into the pin on Pi, which is interesting. Should have gone on to the champion for 1, 2. Nope, just 1. Pi said, I might be hurt, but I ain't down. Lifting Golden up again, who's still stunned. Turns him, right side up, but Golden able to sweep him, and I think his thigh might have hit those steel steps, and Skeletor gets rocked. Golden actually still groggy after it. Majima's groggy. Pi slowly getting up to his feet. Clothesline onto Golden. Golden kips right back up. Majima back into the mix. Pi not getting into the mix without getting a weapon. Golden again getting rocked with a finisher. And Skeletor rocking Majima. And Pi using that steel chair. It hit the face of Golden. Didn't actually hit Skeletor. Slowly walking. And what has he got going on here? Big boots. Turning Majima around, and look at this. We saw him do that earlier to Golden, directly into that Castle Grayskull submission. Majima has no resiliency. It's broken up. Able to survive. Ugh. Golden with a rough landing after that drop kick. Skeletor has a signature. Pi has a slice of Pi. Again lands on Majima, but realizes everyone else is in the ring. I can't go for the pinfall yet. If I can hit one more on the champion, but the champion turns around to Pi. Tries to lift him up. Pi trying desperately to get away, goes after the knee of Golden, saying, that's your sweet spot, huh? That's your baby. That's your prime real estate, that knee. And look at that, Skeletor also went after the knee with a sledgehammer. Pi luckily lands on his feet. Goes for a quick shot on Golden. Golden rolling out. Pi gets clobbered with a crossbody. Unironically, I think it's both Pi and Skeletor who have not really been hit with finishers during this fight. I think Skeletor might have gotten hit with a knee, but he's still looking perfectly fine as Castle Grayskull is in deep, but Majima's up and aware and ready to break it up. Still no resiliency burn, but that might be changing in just a second. Golden coming back to his senses, stepping back into the ring, realizing, hey, I can still win this thing, rolls through into a pinfall. Skeletor still distracted. Hold on, 1, 2. Hey, he learned, and that's what we were talking about. It's a learning experience, and he just learned from Gin how effective that roll-up can be. Off the ropes, knee strike, onto the chair. Champion in full force now. He is entering the golden age as he DDTs Skeletor. Pi, I think, though, realizing that somebody is a little worse for wear, and that's Majima, but you don't underestimate Majima because that man's will hurt you, and he will hurt you bad, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Knee bar on a Skeletor. Skeletor, oh, able to fight back inside the ring. Pi was down, got lifted right back up by Majima, and is able to counter him. Hold on, look at this. He just took Majima down. Golden also down and stunned. As he's off the ropes, slice of Pi onto the sledgehammer. Pi might win this whole match. 1, 2. He broke it up at the last second, but I think Majima also got his shoulder up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Up and goodness gracious, the muscle of Skeletor. But from behind, it looked like he was trying to hit another slice of Pi. He's got one in the... Ooh! Golden through the ropes hitting that move, but gets clocked. And Pi with a steel chair. Right place, right time. Might be at the wrong place, wrong time now. Gets dropped onto the knees. And now the champion is in trouble. Kendo stick ready. Oh, but maybe not. Look at this on the shoulders. We've seen this before. 1, 2, and Golden takes the victory. Steel sharpens steel. And again, tonight, gold is the most valuable, whatever it is, most valuable mineral in the business. And tonight, it's undeniable. It was a strong fight from everyone else, but the second that Majima burned resiliency, everyone knew we got to keep hitting finishers on that guy. He's got to be the guy that goes down. When everyone else was down at that last moment, Golden found that opportunity, found his time. You might have just wanted to know. And look at this. This is how he burned resiliency on Majima. Golden found his moment and found his target. He stayed on his target saying, hey, I'll mix it up with everybody, but I know right now, right here, I can pin Majima. And here's where we thought Pi had won the match. Unidentified, or not an unidentified slice of Pi, it was just a banger slice of Pi out of the corner, but at the last second, Majima got the shoulder up and Skeletor was there. It's like the world was working against Pi, but not against Golden because everyone was down. And Golden sent him down. Skeletor had to drop his weapon and was in just a second too late. After an incredible Fatal 4-Way match, the All-Star Champion stands tall. This is a man who was on top of the division for a reason. One golden ticket and is making the most of his time at the top of the AWE. Congratulations. That's all I can say. And it was a banger Fatal 4-Way as we're about to enter an hour into the show. We will continue. We got 2 more matches, one being a big gauntlet match as the stars are still going. And we will get those matches in just a moment, but I am going to actually switch my laundry because it is definitely ready, so I'll be right back. Laundry is switched, and now we are ready to go. It's tag team action, a team that wants to see how they will do together. I guess 2 teams that have never competed together, and we'll talk about their, I guess some of them have history together, the other ones have kind of shared things, I suppose. Here, it'll make more sense as these two teams team up against each other for the first time, as the stars go. Black. In the year of the Verdant. Now this is the NWO. The Neo World Order, a group known as the Black Sheep. All of them seeming to say that they are kind of the black sheep of their, of the group that they're a part of, essentially. We've got the loseringest of the loser horses in Haru. We've got, Furina, who is kind of like, at this juncture, I would say the least Archon of the Archons. If you know, you know. And at the end of the day, Neo, a black sheep from where she is from as well. And her past, tonight, two of them team up. I think it is Furina and Neo teaming up, but I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna find out together. All of us. I just see all three of them walking out. I don't have any details. I just know that those three wanted to finally show what they've got and have each other's back here in the AWE. Furina actually came out to Neo's aid in a 1v1 match against Ibuki, the match that led Ibuki to become the All-Star Champion. Tonight, Mona teams up with an old friend. I'd say her second oldest friend. In fact, it may be her oldest friend in the AWE when you think about it in that regard. Mona has had a rich and storied history here in the AWE, and part of me feels like some of that is not quite all said and done. From what I understand, I don't know, maybe Mona's got a little something else up her sleeve, and she sure does have fun sleeves. I'll tell you what, those are some very fun sleeves. But Mona here teaming up with a returning, shockingly and surprisingly enough, at the Rumble, Cherry Berry. In fact, this is it feels like a very new outlook for Cherry, just in general. In the past, we've seen Cherry use ghost powers to fall from the rafters, even like lifting up Kuzu and dropping Kuzu, which is, I always thought was a little bit too much, but you know, sometimes Kuzu needs a little bit of that. Not for nothing. Cherry seems to be a lot brighter these days, and to think about it, Cherry's been through a lot as well. Cherry's been through what? The Sprinkles incidents, several of them, has been attacked, has been beaten up. In fact, was beaten up just last year by Deity Miku, which is weird because, you know, Miku turned out to be not so bad. Maybe it was really falling into that role, maybe it was something more, but I digress. One-on-one. On one-on-one, which means 2-on-2. It looks like it is going to be Neo and Furina teaming up from the Black Sheep. Mona and Cherry for the first, no, not the first time actually. I think this is their second time in legitimate tag team work. The first time, I think, was a 3-on-3 War Games match with Klee against Miku and her two disciples, Chi-Chi and Futaba at the time. Neo. So, I think I might say, at this point in the AWE history, especially, and we talk about just strictly 2025, Neo is the best to never do it. She is a consistent performer. She puts on fantastic matches. I harken back to her matches against Marin from last year. Her match against Panette was actually pretty good from last year. Rinka, she showed off and became a superstar. And she had one more. Actually, her match against Deity Miku, that was the underground match, might have been the best underground match we've seen in terms of, like, she was getting decimated and then had a true comeback to put away Miku. She's got a lot of high caliber matches from the last year, from 2025, from the year of the paradigm, hopefully looking to make this a vibrant year for herself, Mona. has had less than a vibrant year, and honestly less than an active year. Didn't participate in too many matches last year, but tonight, teaming up with Cherry, and they're going for the tag. Little standard tag team action, popped up and sent down. Cherry going for a shot there. Neo's been in this match the entire time, needs to make a tag to Furina, and does. Furina has only, I think, competed maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times here in the AWE. We think about it. She competed in an open challenge, an all Archons battle, or I guess not an all Archons battle, a 4 Archons battle, I believe. Up in the skies, and clothesline down. That was actually very innovative tag team work. Both going for drop kicks there. Both, oh, interesting actually. Both resonating strongly with Hydro between Furina and Mona. But Furina taking Mona all the way up. Mona saying, I'm very familiar with the top rope. I'd usually take people to the top rope myself. Now, a shot right to the jaw to Furina. As I was saying, Furina's competed in a Rumble, competed in a steel cage match, which I think she actually won between 4 Archons, and I think this might be only her 3rd match in the AWE. I wouldn't be surprised if she had a 4th, but it's definitely less than a handful of matches in the AWE. Hippo has actually been delightful enough to kind of have a running huge win-loss record, compiling all the matches in AWE history that is available. I'm not sure if it is. It is publicly available. I just have not grabbed the link. At some point, I'll ask Hippo and we'll share like a link for that. But we're moving on. Turn around. Oh my gosh! What do they got going on here? And tossing Cherry. Wait, they're still going. Super kick under the jaw. I was not ready for that, low-key. I did not know that they had that in their arsenal. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I have no idea what's in the tag team arsenal for these teams. As Cherry rocks Furina with the knee. Cherry, I don't think was ever too intent on saying, yes, let's tussle, hey, let's brawl, but was very intent on saying, hey, I would like to team up with my best friend in Mona Majestus. My gosh, and drop kicked off of Furina. Furina kicks right back up. Incredible move there by Cherry, and that's a 1, and that's not even a 1. 1 does not land, moonsault does though. Furina using the last of that signature bar, needs to get out of there, has now taken a fair bit of damage as Cherry's on the outside punching Mona right in the jaw. A shot to that and a drop kick down. Both of these friends are down, left on the ground. Cherry ducks out of the way and gets tossed by Furina. Now Furina's starting to wake up in this fight. Lift it up again. Still no signature, no finisher. Haru on the outside trying to absorb some of this training. And a reversal by Cherry, but Furina fights right back into the corner, and the tag is made this time. Pulled back and ran through. Bam! Double axe. It might have been double forearms, low-key. Or not double forearms, maybe double elbows. Neo saying, I'm here with my girls tonight, but gets just clobbered from behind by Mona, but gets rolled up right afterwards. In-ring experience between these two, honestly, with all of the matches that Neo's had this year, might be evening out. You gotta keep in mind, Neo has not had a bunch of championship matches this year. I think has been involved in what, 3 multi-person matches for the title? 1 gauntlet match, 1 triple threat, and 1 8-man ladder matches. I don't think ever had a one-on-one. No, I think it's had 1 one-on-one match for the championship, came short. DDT, but she has always found her way able to qualify for championship matches, like at Brawloween, like at, ooh, clothesline. Like at, I guess the, ooh, boom. Good reversal there, reversal of the signature as well, 1-2 kick out. Cherry didn't come and help, assumed that Mona had it. I'll tell you what, it was close, Mona almost didn't have it, and the theatrics are rolling, bowing with that DDT. Lifting Mona right back up. And it, you know, I actually don't know what their tag team finisher is, if they've got one. It looks like they do. Into the corner. Wait a minute, Neo, knee into the corner, and an enziguri as well. Directly into a suplex. Into the pinfall, too. Hold on. They were kind of nice with it. They were kind of nice with it. I have no idea what they were calling that. But caught her out of that finisher, or I guess that signature. I don't know what Cherry calls that. Goodness gracious. What's Clyde doing? Oh, Clyde! Oh my gosh, wait, Cherry, that was actually good tag team work. Cherry wasn't legal and said, let me hit the finisher on Neo, and then Mona might have enough time to hit her finisher to burn resiliency on Neo. That was smart. Mona doesn't use the finisher, so I don't know how smart it actually was, but it definitely brought a bunch of time, and it did even more damage to Neo, who was the legal competitor. Dragging over towards the ropes, not the corner. May have psyched out Neo there, but Neo's still able to get a semblance of what's going on. Cherry steps out of the way. Knee strike. Knee trembler indeed. Neo struggles, falls down to the ground. And a kick right to the spine. Cherry calling for something. Oh, wait, didn't even wait for Neo to get up. Stepped on her back and hit a senton. Neo steps out of the way. Cherry, a step faster than Neo. Cherry must have either been doing some training or got some excellent advice that is clearly translated to the ring. Maybe it's just a sense of less worry, dread, and despair. As Neo's not tossing the corner, it's a reversal. Neo misses wildly with that enziguri. And instead chops the heck out of Mona, turns her around, and an elbow right to the back twice. Turn around again. This time, Mona able to get the reversal. Looking for a scoop slam. Picture perfect. As far away from Furina as she can get as a shot to the jaw lands. And not just a shot to the jaw, it's heels to the jaw. She's busted open. Into the corner, not stunned, but the tag team finisher as well? What do they have going on, these two friends? Little hip check, pointing at each other. Around, and a big splash and leg drop combination, essentially taking out every part of the body from the head to the midsection. 1, 2. Neo burns resiliency. And I want to point out Cherry does have a signature built up, and I don't know if Cherry has a signature from here. It could be all she wrote. Drop kick doesn't land. Neo swaps her out of the way. And the swatting continues on a super kick to the back. Nobody could see it coming, but Cherry kept right back up. But gets planted with a drop kick right to the face. And we've seen this before. Lifted up into that Uranagi. And now we're finally seeing the tag made to Furina. That was close quarters, because if Cherry hit that signature, it might have been the end of the match. Could have been the end of the match. Furina able to see that leg coming up. And here's the thing, Furina's so fresh. So fresh and so clean at this point. And that's 1. Cherry doesn't have resiliency, able to still kick out of 1. Mona trying to help her friend. Off the ropes, big, oh my gosh, kind of punt kicked her. And this time Mona saying, no. Absolutely not. And Mona, it feels like, still willing to play a little bit dirty in these kinds of matches. Cherry didn't see it. Onto the ropes, goes underneath. Taking Cherry down. Cherry trying to roll to the outside. Furina not letting her get any moment's rest. Get your pictures out. Double axe. From, I would say, the most famous entity in all of Fontaine. But Cherry trying to reverse things back into her favor. And jumping neck breaker. As Furina's looking a little worse for wear. Count of 5. Dragging Furina, tossing her back into the ring. Not looking for a count out tonight. Both teams want to do this correctly, want to do this fresh, and it might be another tag team finisher. They land. Once again, these teams are so fresh, I have no idea what they're calling these moves. Over the ropes. The double point. They've got each other's backs as the big leg drop and splash connection lands. 1, 2. Furina kicks out, no resilience, so that's the first finish she's been hit with, to be honest. Before that, she was working just fine. She was rolling. But I'd like to point out now it's a Mona who on the other team is the one who's just rolling, and rolling right through Furina, especially if this signature lands. Shooting star onto Furina. This time Neo saying, okay, never mind, you're in trouble, huh? Broken up. Honestly, Cherry, Mona have been working excellently together. Shot right to the knee. Grabbing at it, gripping at it, and a kick, ooh, right to the throat, and both of the heels digging into the neck, the collarbone, ugh, of the former Hydro Archon, my gosh. Middle rope, calling for Furina to get up, Hurricane Rana, and not looking for a tag. Oh, trip Clyde up, maybe incidentally. Oh, but she still caught her. I don't know how she caught her there. It might have... Ooh! Stars align with the knee. 1, 2, and now Neo and Furina have both burned resiliency. The audience is screaming tag team wrestling. Into the corner, one more again. Furina not letting that tag be made, knows that she needs Neo to get back into the ring. Neo with 2 finishers, 2 Neo knees, could even this matchup. Immediately Mona rolls through though, catches the Archon, Hydro versus Hydro, and it looks like with a little white noise. Into the pinfall, that honestly might be enough. That was a smooth transition into a pin, and it was. Early doors. Neo and Furina brought the fight to Cherry and Mona. But at the end of the day, it was tag team moves like this. Popping with a double flapjack. Neo off the ropes, DDT, blasting Cherry. Into the corner of that tag. And again, it looked like they were sending, yes, Furina also with that double flapjack, and I think that hit them right on the head. And this is where we saw, I think, the first bit of tag team finisher work between these two. No, this wasn't even a finisher. They just kind of went crazy here. Sent Cherry into the knees, and we thought this was going to be the beginning of the end with that super kick right to the jaw. But somehow, some way, Cherry turning Furina around, and I don't know what this was, just repeated shots right to the chest into, bam. Into a pinfall, picture perfect, and the Uranagi by Neo. But I don't know if they're going to show this afterwards. The tenacity from Cherry to right afterwards essentially kip up a move after that. 1, 2, and the kick out. That was after that tag team finisher, and it built up perfectly for a super kick right to the knee as Furina was getting back into the ring, and the stars aligned right on the head. 1, 2, that was resiliency, but one last move that ended up being white noise out of nowhere after Furina was desperately trying to get that final tag to Neo. For 1, 2, and 3. Who would have thunk? Mondo seems really focused about this. Cherry seems very happy. There we go. You love to see it. I do. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to get the job done. I had them as the underdogs in this fight, but they proved that they got a little something. They got a little something, but that brings us to somebody, or I guess a set of people who want to prove they got a little something. It is kind of a prove yourself 8 superstar gauntlet match. Are you ready? We got 8 competitors that are either newly signed or have just signed after the Rumble match. Let's find out who, first of all, is going to be in this gauntlet match, and I guess who wins. 8 superstars? Let's get it going. As the stars go. Black.
The following contest is a gauntlet match. The rules of the match.
We know the rules.
As follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, or disqualification. The match continues until one superstar remains.
Talk to him.
Superstar will be declared a winner.
I'm excited to see some of these superstars for the first time. I think one of them for the first time. A lot of them for the first time in kind of a singles capacity. I'm sorry, that says IRC? Who? Baka X3. Who is this? Yo, I have no idea who this. Is that Neru? That is an IRC armband. Did Shingo hire other people? How concerned do I need to be? I don't know anything about this Neru other than I thought she was just Yellow Miku. Well, here we are tonight. Neru is out here. Honestly, it feels like pretty intimidating. Apparently working either for Shingo or for the IRC or I don't know what the capacity is that Neru is here with. Kind of love her hair. Usually I'm accustomed to a single side ponytail, I think. But she means business tonight, apparently. Yeah, man. And number 2. It is Security Junior. Security Junior lost his father just this past December in what was a senseless act of violence by the Equalist movement, which has been thankfully dealt with. But Security Junior made a name for himself and put on a fantastic show in the Elimination Chamber match on night 1 of the Fight Before Christmas. Tonight, however, Security Junior looks to do the exact same thing. Put on a show, last long in this gauntlet, and can you imagine if Security Junior is somehow, some way, able to run the entire thing? He is going up against unknown territory in the IRC's Neru? Anywho, it all begins dropkick immediately to Security Junior. And stomps right there. It is the start of this big, massive gauntlet match. A couple of kicks right to the mask of SJ. Junior has not been able to get a single move off on Neru. Calling for Security Junior to get up. Number 1 and number 2 in this gauntlet match. Both of them can't last. But catching Neru out of midair. Did you see Neru bounce? Hey, we know Security Junior is a little bit of a high flyer. Maybe a little too overconfident, overzealous in that move. And Neru was able to come up on top because of it. We gotta point out that Security Junior has literally had, what, one single match here in the AWE. And while he put on a show in that match, he has not been in a regular kind of ring before. He has been in an Elimination Chamber. That ring is a little bit modified. It's got a bunch of pods right behind it. You can jump up. You can climb up the chamber. This is a true arena feel. This is kind of the closest he's ever been to the fans. You know what I mean? And tonight, Security Junior is looking to take down Neru for 0. It is going to be a hard fight between these competitors. Dragged over to the corner. And look at this going. Oh, face! Ooh, no! But she kicked right back up and turned Security around. Into a German. Surprising strength And surprising flexibility and kicks. What is it? What is Neru all about? But Security trying to respond with a combination of his own. Neru sweeping the leg and hits a moonsault into a pinfall. Expert combination, but also zero kick out from Security Jr. Both proving that they got a whole lot of fight. And they're going to try and run this gauntlet. But hey, you got to get as many pins as possible in early doors of this fight. Lift it up. Security Jr. trying to roll through. Both able to expertly dodge each other's moves. By going for other moves, it might have just worked out in everyone's favor. Drop down. Security kicks right back up. Rolls out of the way. Sending Neru, into the steps. As Junior gets back into the ring. A lot of people want to see a bright future for Security Jr. The future that, unfortunately, Baxter Security Sr. could not have. Because of Amon. I don't even want to mention that name anymore in AWE history, other than him being the shortest All-Star champion of all time. 2 minutes. Oh, look at that. Okay, they got a little something going on between the two of them. In terms of in-ring synchronicity. Bulldog lands, and I want to point out Neru's now got that signature lined up. If she hits, the Security Jr. might be as good as gone early in this gauntlet match. But he's not giving up. His father wouldn't give up, and neither is he, as these two are now exchanging blows. IRC versus AWE Security to start off this major gauntlet match. Security fires. Gets another shot. Able to catch every single shot so far that Neru's going. Tries to go for a third one. This time Neru right on the jaw. Security said, come on, give it to me again. He says, I think he was trying to say, give me a third one. But right now, it looks like Neru might be the one who has the upper hand. No, it's Security. A shot right to the throat. And he needed that, pushing Neru over into a pin. One, and just one. Just one. I heard rumblings about our general managers looking to hire Neru. They know the Vocaloids have been doing all sorts of fantastic things here in the AWE, but I'll tell you what, my gosh, hold on a minute. I was going to say, I'll tell you what. I'm a little worried. Was a little worried, and I got to imagine... Kick out of 2. No resiliency, Brian. I was going to say, you have to imagine that they did not know that she was a part of the IRC. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I have a feeling that she was not a part of the IRC up until recently. We do pretty good research at this point. Oh my gosh, Security! Pounds Neru out of the ring and goes crazy for the audience. If this was a Rumble, it would be the darndest thing. Oh my gosh, Senton! Hey, that man's is a high flyer. The feeling is being restored here tonight in the middle of this AWE Rebellion ring. Elbow drop to the back. It looks like he might have tweaked it on the way down, but he's still going to jump and frog splash to the back. Hey, Security. Security Junior a little crazy up to the top rope. What does he got here? That Security frog splash went from the side, now going from the top, and that's 1, that's 2, and Neru is not burning resiliency either. Hold on a minute. Let me tell you, neither one of these competitors are going to run this thing. Neither of them are going to run this gauntlet match, but pointing up to the heavens above to his father, Security Sr., delivering that nasty elbow drop for 1 or 2, and Neru does burn resiliency. Hey, just like his daddy, Security Spear! Pinner! Come on. 1, 2, and take that back. I was gonna say, take that all the way back to Shingo. Tell her our Security is as tough as they come. Oh, but slapped him, turned him around, and a nasty clothesline. Clubbed him for 1, 2. Security did not have resilience, and that man still kicked out. Moonsault. And I gotta keep it a buck with you. I can't take anything away from Neru tonight. As much as that IRC band on her upper arm makes me a little bit furious, and not furious, I mean, like, very respectful of the IRC, you know what I mean? But Can't say I love it. But she has shown wonders against Security Junior here tonight. These are two future superstars. They could be two future main eventers. With that deep arm drag from the top, it's built up enough for a signature and for a finisher. Dragged over to the middle of the ring. What is she doing? Pointing at everybody. And an elbow. Just a striking elbow right to the chest. 1, 2. That was resiliency. The elbow of... I was going to say, there's something going on with these arms of Neru. I don't know if there's something I don't know, but... Oh! Standing moonsault reversed. Standing moonsault reversed. It might have been a standing shooting star. I didn't see which way she was facing. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. But she is a powerhouse. As she's still throwing Junior all over the place. Both have burned resiliency. Calling for the end of this thing. What does she have planned? Whatever she has planned... It's while Security's back is turned. Hey, she really must be a Vocaloid, because I think... I think Miku did the exact same thing. Security said, this is how you hit a top rope move. Elbow right to the heart. And he's calling for her to get up. Security! Puts her in the corner. What is he doing here? Oh, over top, jumps over top, hold on a minute, goes underneath. Security Junior's going wild. The audience in their seats unglued, and after that combination, that comeback, it's 1, it's 2, and it's still not enough to put Neru away. Security got to be thinking, there's a massive gauntlet match, the biggest match of his career. Well, maybe not the biggest match of his career so far, but it is a big match in his career so far. Neru's got to hit a big reversal if she wants anything to happen here, but that reversal did hit. It wasn't the finisher that she reversed, though. Bam! X Factor lands. Neru points to the skies, hopefully not taunting Security Junior at this point. Going on the ropes again. Last time didn't work out at all for her. This time, right to the head, right to the temple of Junior. And again, another strike directly to the temple. That's something I think that I'm noticing here about Neru. Her attacks are with pinpoint precision when they hit. If she hits you, she knows where she's hitting you. She was again trying to hit that heel right into the head of Security Junior, but Security, he's saying he's got a lot of fight left. Goes up to the top rope. It could be the end of it. Calling for Neru to get up. What is he thinking here? Over the ropes. Drop kick lands right to the face of Neru, saying if I can save this signature and finisher, I can still win this whole thing. But he is not able to put away Neru. Kick to the back, and because of that, Neru said, you're going for your finisher, huh? I can't let that happen. Tosses Security down, and he lands with a rough landing. Roll through. He still has a chance. He's going middle rope this time. Went for a frog splash. Nobody's home. Actually, that was that the signature? Middle rope frog splash, and then he goes to the top rope for one as well. All right, Security Junior. Yeah, that's a funny guy right there. Punch right to the jaw. What is Neru thinking here? Just a simple cutter. Throw it onto the ropes. And this is just the beginning of this gauntlet match. Security able to turn things around. Standing Neru back up. Tossed all around the outside. Neru kicks right back up again. Single leg drop kick. Picture perfect. Thing of beauty. Now, wailing away on... Neither of these two are winning this gauntlet match. In fact, whoever's got next is going to be... Oh, you don't. I thought he was about to climb up to the top. I thought he was going for the frog splash all the way to the outside. That would have been nuts. It would have been crazy. He's backing up. Ooh, and Neru sends him down. 1, 2. I was going to say she had full power on that clothesline. The running speed, neither of them is staying down at the start of this gauntlet match. Couple of kicks. Up, over, down, into, ooh, I don't know, it could have been into a pin. If it was into a pin off of that, it may have been enough. Oh, but Neru's dragging Security Junior. Junior is in a very, very bad position. I don't know what she's thinking here. Turns him over. Oh, we saw this before. That Neru elbow drop. I don't know what she says when she does those points, but I'll tell you what, that's 1, that's 2, and Security Junior is out of here. Somehow, someway, Neru, it was back and forth in that match, but she put away Security Junior, a future high flyer. But now she's going against someone who I might say is certifiably crazy. Thank you for not attacking a Security Junior on the way through, because that is what I was most afraid of. Darumi is number 3 in this Gauntlet match. Popped up, sent down. Pinfall, that's 1. Just 1. Here's the thing, Neru has already almost built up that signature. Probably just needs about 2 more hits or 1 more big shot, but Darumi not letting that happen. Or maybe he is going to let it happen. Was going for a shot there, and Neru responds again with a Hurricane Rana. Can you imagine Neru being able to run through 2 people in this gauntlet? The IRC is definitely tough to contend with, I suppose. Went for a kick there. Darumi able to duck it. Close it. Not even a clothesline, just a shoulder check. Not even a shoulder block. She was just like, No, not quite. Ooh, shot right to the gut. That was a nasty shot to the gut, too. Might have rearranged some of her internal organs with that blast right through her midsection. Darumi getting scooped, slammed down. And Neru heading up to the middle rope, unsure what she's thinking here. Whatever it is. Oh, we saw that before. Of course that's what she was thinking. Already starting to drag. Oh, she might be going for the signature into the finisher combination, because I'll tell you what. No, she's just going for the pin. Early doors, I don't think that's a good idea. 1, 2. If she hit the finisher as well, I think she might have burned resiliency on Darumi. Oh, Darumi's already gotten up. Already gotten up and saying, oh, you've already burned resiliency. You're already hurt pretty bad. 1, 2. Almost stole it with a roll-up. But again, Neru's still able to kick out. To the corner. Drop kick. No Hurricane Rana. Hey, it's crazy that she went for a drop kick, but separated her legs enough to catch the head of Darumi. Hurricane Rana, and we saw this before. That nasty clubbing a clothesline by Neru. 1, 2, and Darumi burns. There is a world where Neru goes 2-0 early in this gauntlet match. Off the ropes. Well, I'll tell you what, she's 2-0 in, 0-2 in, trying to nail that move in particular. Combination and a, flatliner. Darumi stands right back up. Darumi not an easy one to knock down either. Had her very first showing, I guess her second showing in the Rumble, was also in a Battle Royale. I want to point out, she's never had a true one-on-one affair, but it's happening tonight in this gauntlet match. The same can be said for a lot of people in this gauntlet match. I think there might actually only be 2 people in this gauntlet match, if my memory serves correctly, that have had one-on-one matches. Either in a gauntlet match, Neru flies! In a gauntlet match or in anything in the AWE. Kick to the back. Neru climbing all the way up. Knows it's going to take a lot to put away Darumi. Yo, what? Okay, the IRC, I don't know what kind of training they go through. We saw that before. She had done that inside of the ring, too. Oh, my gosh. She's biting. Oh, Darumi, you were going to. Oh, my gosh. There's no disqualifications in a gauntlet match. There's no countouts. But I'll tell you what, gnawing at the fingers, that's not good. That's not good. And I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that to the lady who has an IRC band on her upper arm. Darumi, I'm gonna have to ask you politely to not do that anymore, please. Especially just not to her. Kick, and again. Has her up. Brain. Ooh, no. Almost a Falcon's arrow. Almost. Turns her around. Wait a minute. Points again saying IRC. The IRC elbow. That's what she's been saying. Is she about to... Yo, if she had gone 2-0 in this gauntlet match, I don't know what I would have... Oh, she still could. Oh, she really could. She still could. Darumi's having a bad time. Darumi's having a really bad time able to push Neru away. Come on, Darumi, you gotta get some good offense. Neru rolls out of the way, though. Oh my gosh, she used Dirty Breaker and then hit the finisher right afterwards. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. She knew she didn't have any more resiliency. She knew that Neru was a threat and able to get Neru using Dirty Breaker. All right, Darumi, I see you. And she's hyped up afterwards. Who's in at number 4? A member of the OC division. As strong as they come, Woken M is here. And okay, yeah, you gotta stop biting people, Darumi. You can't do this anymore. Woken M has won a gauntlet match like this. I think it was a 10-person gauntlet match, give or take, at November's OC Revolution. Tonight, though, it's just 8, and she's coming out a lot earlier than in that 10-person. Ooh, the heart stopper! Oh no! Hard stop and slap, and this is the move that just put Neru away. Hold on a minute. Woken M is down. Directly into the pinfall again. 1, 2. There was no resiliency built up. It could have been over just like that. It could have been over just like that. Darumi is firing on all cylinders, and I want to point out, if Darumi's able to put Woken M away quickly, she's got to do it like that. She literally has to, because keep in mind, Darumi's got no resiliency and no other thing anymore. She used her Dirty Breaker at a brilliant point in time against Neru, by the way. Neru was about to win that entire match all over again. Was about to put Darumi away, but Darumi somehow, someway was like, I know how to fight. Cause a little despair. Oh, but now look who's feeling despair instead. It is Darumi as Woken M hits an incredible comeback. No thrills, no frills. Just kills with those shots. Killer moves by Woken M. Walking around, circling Darumi. Kick to the gut, and a twist of fate lands for the signature. And honestly, it could be it with how much she's taken from Neru. It's not. Everyone's proven they got a lot of fight here in the AWE, but it's going to take a lot more fight than that, especially to kick out of this finisher by Woken M. As dropping onto the head, a destroyer of epic proportions. 1, 2, Daru. Me is somehow, some way, still around in this brawl. Want to point out, Woken M does still have resiliency, but does not have the comeback anymore. Tried to pop it early to quickly get out Darumi. That has not paid dividends, at least not yet. Darumi is on wobbly legs. It's still not... I don't think she knows where she is right now, and that clothesline honestly might be enough. Could have decapitated Darumi with that one, but doesn't go for the pinfall, saying, I think she might still have a little bit left. And as she stands right back up, I think Woken M might have been right. Into the corner. Darumi looks like she's about to start running wild. And goes for the pinfall. Has hit a signature already, but Woken M does not need it. Kicked out of 1. Get it at 1. And I do want to point out, Darumi is all... No, come on, Darumi. You gotta stop biting people's fingers, girlie. The IRC is not gonna like that. It's not that they're not gonna like that. Yanking at the neck. Again, yanking at the neck. And a third time, yanking at the neck. And Woken M just stands right back up afterwards, saying that was a good stretch. Oh, man. But look at that reversal of finisher. Woken M just woke right up. And Darumi may be going to sleep instead. Head first with the destroyer. Push down into the pin. And that is 1. That's 2. And that is 3. And Woken M has taken the next fall and number 5. These were both, and I love that they're coming out at 4 and 5. These were 2 all-stars when it came to OC Revolution November. If you did not see Jay Worland in the Rumble, he had a fantastic performance. He's going to AV Mania. And tonight, oh my gosh, the height difference as well. These 2 are squaring off. Woken M pushing Jay away. Trying to get Jay out as quickly as possible because you know Jay can last in these kinds of matches. Pounding away at the face of Jay Warland. And it looks like Woken is just trying to get as much offense as possible on Jay as soon as possible into the corner. And Jay has not really been able to touch M. Has not been able to touch Woken M, but that has all changed with the Dragon Screw. I wanted to point out that Jay, that man's a powerhouse, but boy can jump, and he just he just pointed it out to me. Let me tell you, he's got an insane set of moves. He is built as tough as they can be. Ugh. And he will kick you in your legs and your arms and your body and your head, whatever part of you is moving, he will kick it. And he'll slam you down for good measure afterwards. Woken M versus Jay. Honestly, potentially the future's the future is vibrant for the AWE OC division with these two, and more notably, I think, the entire AWE's future with these two. You can see these two compete for Fight Forever championships. We're about to see at AV Mania 5. Jay compete for either the All-Star or the AW Championship in a big ladder match. Pinfall lands. Anything goes. One. I actually don't think anything goes. I think there's just no rope breaks. I'm sorry. I think there's just no countouts. I think rope breaks are still, as a matter of fact, a thing. 1, 2. Kick out from Woken M. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Woken M has still kept resiliency, so there is a big chance that Woken M is able to pull this thing off against Jay. But once, I'm going to tell you, I've seen Jay in action. Y'all have seen Jay in action. Even if you don't watch OC Revolution, if you watch the Fight Before Christmas, you know Jay and what he can do in those Rumble matches. Tonight, it's one-on-one. Looking to prove himself, looking for opportunity, and a big chop. But responding was on the ropes, missing that big boot. Jay responds with another chop into a DDT, almost an impaler. It might have been an impaler DDT on that one. Colin, what is he thinking here? Oh no, big old punt right to Woken M. And remember, whoever wins this thing, there's still 3 more people left to come out in this gauntlet match. They are going to be walking into a beaten and bruised competitor, as these two are leaving it all in the ring, trying to show you what the OC division can do as we move towards OC Revolution at the end of this month. Oh, man. Ugh! Right to the head. And Jay calling for something. I don't know what Jay is doing here. What does he have on these ropes? Ooh! He's going for a kick. But I think maybe Woken saw it coming, and look, a twist of fate out of nowhere lands really quick with it too. That's what I'm talking about, the quickness. 1, 2, and Jay kicks out without resiliency. That's what I was talking about, but I want to point out again as well, Woken does have that finisher ready, and Jay, as he gets turned around, oh, wait a minute. And instead, now it's a Woken who's in a little bit of trouble. Turn around again. Off the ropes. Ooh! Kicked out of the ring. Right to the heart. And Woken struggling to get up afterwards. Oh, man. Ugh! K2, a.k.a. tonight, it's J2. And tossed into the ring. And, oh, wait a minute. Not wasting any time. Immediately going to the top as well. Calling for Woken M to get up. Big missile drop kick from the big man. Lift up again. Ugh. Kind of a side blockbuster there. Off the ropes. Went for a coffin drop. Looking like Arrow, unfortunately. Nobody's home. Hurt from that. And Woken, I think, realized that they both... Jay went for that Claymore. Went for that kill shot. Woken, I think, unintentionally got out of the way of that thing, but thankfully for Woken. And I think the big point is here, whoever hits their finisher next, the other one might not have resiliency at this juncture. Woken does, Jay does not. Jay would have to kick out without resiliency, and Jay might have it in just a second. Into the ropes. Oh my gosh, Claymore! Rocking the head of Woken, and at this point, it's got to be resiliency. It is. Intense gauntlet match, and this time the coffin drops the coffin drop gets every ounce as the knee lands. It is looking bad for Woken M. Has gotten one pinfall in this gauntlet match. Is desperate, I was going to say, to take another one, trying to, oh, wait a minute, roll through into a knee bar, and look at the legs of Jay. He might have to burn resiliency here. No, able to get the foot right onto the face. But that has weakened that Claymore. Woken stomps on the leg again, and then goes for a pinfall as well. Jay might not be able to kick out. He did, without burning resiliency. I thought that could have been resiliency right then and there, because Jay's legs just turned red. He is going to have trouble landing that Claymore, and he might not need to land the Claymore, because he might not be going to the next match. Woken M fired up after losing resiliency. Now has a signature and a finisher. Jay does as well. Keep that in mind. And keep in mind, Jay does still have... does still have resiliency in the reversal of that. May spell the beginning of the end. One clothesline. Two clotheslines. And with a brute strength, like a Viking, he goes to the corner. And ladies and gentlemen, Woken M has gotta be down. No, Jay, you could have just gone for the pin. Jay, no shot, Claymore 2. 1, 2, 3. Jay said, just in case. Let me, oh man. Varessa is here. Varessa, oh my gosh, against Jay. I'm not sure if that's what you want. Oh, no. Oh, Varessa, come on. Come on, you gotta embrace the power of Tenna. Oh my gosh, into the pinfall. That's one. It's just one. I honestly am shocked that Jay didn't immediately run into a Claymore the second Varessa got into the ring, but instead it may look like worse news for Varessa, who may be out immediately in this thing. 1, 2, kick out. 2, and there's still 2 more competitors to enter this 8-person gauntlet match. Headbutt lands right onto Varessa. Oh no, going after the legs. Come on, wait, Jay, oh gosh. Jay realizing he's at a major deficit. He has resiliency, but his legs, they're shot. His head, it hurts. And being a very physical, combative competitor like he is, he's got to put away his opponents as quickly as possible. Varessa rolls out of the way. And then returns fire with a move of her own off the ropes, but Jay stands right back up saying, I cannot let you get the upper hand here. Oh, no. Varessa might not have a chance to show off anything that she's got with how dominant Jay is looking. Reversal, punch, a couple of punches right to the face, and a big boot lands. Somehow, someway, Jay has pretty much gotten all of that vitality back. Up to the top rope, what is Varessa thinking here? Jay is stunned, whatever she's thinking does land, elbow drop right to the back. Varessa does have a signature if it lands, which it will not even have a chance to. Off the ropes, drop kick as she goes down. Oh wait, stood right back up. At this point, I'm gonna say that was a wise decision. That was incredibly smooth. He didn't even know he had the Claymore. It was out of nowhere. When I looked down, he still had like a bar left to get through it, and she kicked out. I thought he still had the smallest bit of a bar to get that Claymore, so when I looked up and saw the Claymore, and I was like, huh? Truly out of nowhere, but Varessa is in dire straits as she's getting whopped by Jay Warland here tonight. Wade able to step out of the way. Varessa not giving up. She has a never say die attitude inspired by the heroes from the past, from her nation. Dropped and got the hit right behind the knee. Goes for the pinfall, admittedly. 1, 2. Still not enough to burn resiliency on Jay. It's not enough, but there is a signature and a finisher that could be enough. Standing him up. Oh, but Jay not looking. Oh my gosh, to have it caught her into a capture. Exploder. Oh, Varessa. Varessa girly. Got the knee up for the spear. May have just saved herself. It's a real underdog moment for her. Kick right to Jay. And goes up to the top rope. Could we see something? Could we see something incredible here tonight? Went for a double stomp. Nobody's home. Reversal of the finisher. Her legs may have been shot after that one. Dropped onto the ropes. And Jay realizing he's still got a shot to make it through 2 people. The only person in this gauntlet match to do it. But we'll see if that's able to happen because Varessa is still fighting on for right now. But Jay clobbering. And it's a DDT onto her. She's hurting, and she's hurting bad. Jay is admittedly too senton by the big man into the pinfall this late into the brawl. 1, 2. Varessa kicks out. Just narrowly kicks out, but she does kick out. At a count of 2. Stood right back up. And I'll tell you what, if he goes... Ooh! I was gonna say, if he goes into the corner, she may be getting her head kicked right off. Oh, Varessa. Varessa, no! Claymore lands. 07's in chat. 1, 2. And she's out of this thing. Jay Warland makes it through 2 competitors tonight. And his third could be officially signed from the Limbus Company to the AWE's company. Dante, Mr. Clock for Face is here. Shot to the back of the knee. Dante has admittedly not a completely fresh Jay, but still a Jay that's got a lot of fight in him. Has a resiliency marker in him. Oh man, up to the top rope. Big splash. Turned around, hold on a minute. You don't think off the ropes. Clothesline. Barely hit Jay, but Jay has been so battered. He's gone through 2 competitors so far. Looked around, turned around, but kicked right to the gut. And again, a couple more shots. And reversal shot right to the throat. Oh, Jay stopped himself actually. So Dante couldn't hit that move on the pullback. And gets dropped onto the knee. There is something about Jay Warland here tonight that is magical. But we're about to learn the hard way. If you believe in magic, in a warrior's heart. 1. Kick out at 1. Kick out at 1. Dante able to stop that combination just barely. Has Jay on the ropes. And goes for a scoop slam, but instead of a shot to the gut, a shot to the clock face. Through the ropes, jumps underneath the spear. Dante crazy. But may have the perfect opportunity to put him away into the Anaconda Vice. No shot, no way. Is Jay gonna have to tap to the Vice? No, gets a shot right to the back of the head. Oh my gosh, he had no resiliency. Which is crazy work. Wait a minute, able to stop him there for a second. Wait a minute, is it time to go to... Oh no. Not time to go to sleep. Instead, time for Jay to hit another finisher, driving Dante down, who has no resiliency. Able to kick out. Oh my gosh, Jay is Jay is something different. I already told you guys, if you're not watching OC Revolution, this is the guy to watch. This is a future, potentially, oh, no. Okay, turn him around. Every time someone does it, I'm like, Don't powerbomb them out of the ring. There's no need for all that. Ain't no need for all that. Jay still has resiliency. If he puts Dante away, he could win this whole thing. Slammed and splashed right onto Dante's back, and this late. Dante keeps resiliency. Jay is starting to be beside himself. Has to showcase all the power he has. But Dante not giving up. Calling Jay to get up. Oh, single leg. Jay goes down. As Dante climbs to the top, it could be the beginning of the end. Knee strike. But it looked like he hurt his knee. It looked like he hurt his knee. Rolled him over into the pin. Hold on a minute. 1, 2. Jay still does not burn resiliency. You have got to, and I mean got to be kidding me after that scoop slam. I thought that any move at this point would be enough to burn resiliency on Jay, but he is still fighting tough, he is fighting hard, and he is fighting through the pain. As I said earlier, his head hurt, his body hurt, his legs hurt. The only thing that still works are his arms right now. And it looks like Dante's trying to make sure that that's not that's not quite right either. Dante looking like a little bit of a strategist here. He's a manager. And he might not be managing anything in a second because look at this, that J2. Oh no, that was not the J2. That was an axe kick. Axe kick lands, and Dante may be burning resiliency because here comes... He pushed away the Claymore. Dante pushed away the Claymore. Jay no longer has resiliency built up, and he could be going to sleep. No resiliency. 1, 2. Ooh. We talked about this being a match that could build somebody. A match that could say, hey, this person is someone to look out for in 2025. A match that said, this is a guy who you're going to want to have on your radar. And I think, win or loss at this point, Jay has proven that he is that guy. He is that guy, walking Dante over, center of the ring, drops his back on the knee. Center of the ring, drops his back on the knee. And lets him flop right over. Dante stands right back up. He still has resiliency himself, but he just got hit in the back of the clock head. And is getting flattened by Jay. Hold on, Jay. You're a little close. You're a little too close to hit a... Oh, he's not looking for the Claymore. He's looking for that move. He's gone. 1, 2. Resiliency's gone at the very least. I don't know what Jay is made of, dude. I don't know what he is. He's up to the top rope. Calling him for Dante to get up. Dante hit his best move. But Jay's still firing. Oh, no, 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 no. Just stomp in the face of the clock. The hands of time might be broken. Oh, no, Dante, don't turn around. Don't turn around, spear! Jay, there's really no reason. You could have gone for the finish there. You could have gone for the finish. And because he didn't, it may have been a mistake because he's getting lifted up one more time. Go to sleep. Once again, no resiliency. It's gotta be it. 1, 2. Dante puts away Jay. Oh my gosh. Somehow survived. And look at that smug face walking down to the ring. Ato is AWE reversing Dante, and I want to point out this might be the easiest win of Eito's career, but Dante not gonna make it easy. Dante not gonna make it easy. It's gonna have to be a fight, able to step out of the way, Eito. Come on, Dante. The world's rooting for you right now. You put away the monster that was Jay in this match. He's about to have a signature built up. If he can work it up, elbow drop right to the heart. Eito from 100 line like Darumi. Oh, but had the signature reversed. And Dante's already been through so much, been through so many claymores, been through each and just been through everything at this juncture. And a punch right to the clock. Dropped onto the knee and into the pinfall. This late in the match, it could just be enough. 1, 2. Eito walked in and said, let me get the quickest win of my life. Man. Let's walk back through. We had, honestly, every match said something. Everyone did something. And then Eito walked in and said, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to take advantage of the weak. And I'm going to win this match easy. He didn't do it for the love of the fight. He even had his signature and didn't do it for the love of the fight. He said, no, no. I don't need to work to win. Will that be something that paints his career? Let's talk about these two as well. I don't know which of these, you guys might have to talk amongst yourselves, which of these 1v1 matches in this Gauntlet match proved to you to be the best. Because I don't know what it is at this point. I have no idea what it is. But I gotta say one thing. A star was made in Jay. And a star, honestly, Dante at the last second, we thought Jay was about to go one more, push that Claymore away, and hit one go to sleep, and it was all over. That was the moment. That was it. Pushed it away and said, you got no resiliency right now. And I want to point out, admittedly, he never burned resiliency in this fight. Jay just didn't have it. If he had it right here, I think he still could have beat Dante. And he probably could have beat Eito because, let me tell you, Dante went to war with Jay. And Eito said, your time's already up. The hands of time were broken in that fight. And he stands tall tonight as he looks disgusted at every single member of the AWE universe. As a man with a malicious intent in his eyes. As he is the victor in this massive Gauntlet match. We're going to end real quick because it was a long edition of Rebellion to kick off our year. With a stunning 8-person Gauntlet match, a couple surprises, and I'll tell you what, it was pretty good. You'll see all these faces again down the road. OC Revolutions, AV Manias, Rebellions, etc., etc. They're all coming through. I might see less of Neru after realizing that she is apparently with the IRC. Don't love that. Mona and Cherry worked really well together in a regular 2-on-2 fashion, and it's way better than they've worked in the past together. Is this new outlook that Cherry has contributing to a better in-ring relationship at the very least with Mona Magistus? Golden proved why he is on top of the division. Beat these three in a fatal 4-way match. Mew and Mondo might have had match of the night. There's a couple of these Gauntlet matches that, you know, felt like they could have been match of the night too. Overall, everyone kind of cooked tonight as On started off our show with a big victory. Let's check our news real quick. Neru injured. Olivier's been cleared. Queen. Okay, this is all old then. And that's our show. Put me back on. Shall you? Thank you. This has been AWE Rebellion. We will be back next week, and I think next week we're gonna start kicking off. Well, before I say that, we're gonna start kicking off like the King and Queen, I'm sorry, the Royal Crown qualifiers. But this week we're opening up the Town Hall. Yosuke and Al Hatham will be answering and fielding your questions at Fracture. Not this coming Friday, but next Friday. So you got a little bit of time to get those questions in. Ask whatever you want, and it'll be a fantastic